Hello, everyone. So I realized during our time together in hybrid week that um, one of the ways that I'm very creative and have been very creative actually grows out of my needs for the Eucharist and communion. So because of my food sensitivities and allergies and health things, I haven't been able to participate in a regular church communion in many years. And this means that I've been forced to explore what communion means to me and how to access the Eucharist outside of a regular church setting. This means that I've um, embraced kind of a different frame and different way of doing communion. And I realized that what makes communion special to me is that there are very few things that all humans do globally. But one of the things that we all do is we all eat and we all drink. And I think that when Jesus chose eating and drinking as the first sacrament, that there's such a universality to that, and there's also such a bond that like eating and drinking creates. And there's something about breaking bread together and sharing it and sharing a meal that is very sacred and very spiritual to me. So I take hostessing and throwing parties um, as something spiritual and as something sacred. Um, it's something that I can do, and it's something I really enjoy doing. Um, and it's come to mean um, something very special to me, like theologically, to like host a gathering at my house and feed everyone, and sit around and like play games and have good conversation around food and around drink. And I also realize that that's one of the primary ways that I'm creative. Like I don't paint, I'm not a dancer, not really a poet, but like how I express myself creatively is actually primarily through throwing parties. I spend a lot of creative energy doing that. So my project is to figure out how to kind of connect the six spiritual qualities and how to connect it with this kind of creative element that I like to work in. And I've always really appreciated the religious traditions in Judaism and other faiths that have um, like feasts that they always observe at particular points through the year and what those feasts mean spiritually. But not being Jewish, I didn't want to necessarily appropriate those things. Um, but a lot of my friends have started exploring the feasts of the wheel of the year, which is from Celtic tradition and Germanic traditions. Which is my background. Lots of my family come from like England, Scotland, Ireland. Um, so I researched all of the the Wheel of the Year feasts, and there's some that are observed kind of like on the equinoxes, on the solstices, but I chose six that I think most effectively connect with the six spiritual qualities. And what I'm going to do is my project will be a menu for each of the feasts that reflect the heritage of the feast and the traditions of the feast. So what's historically been eaten at those feasts and celebrations, as far as like pumpkin, berries, grains, things like that, and creating a three-course menu around those things. And then also in the preparation of the food, um, some some kinds of cooking and some like meal preparation techniques I actually think are connected to some of the six qualities. Um, things like humility and stuff like that. Um, and uh, and then so to have the menu and then kind of have some ideas for table settings and decoration, centerpieces, those kinds of things, and also to write three intention statements that go along with each course. So at the beginning of each course, I'll write a statement of intention about connecting what the feast means to the quality that the feast is connected to, and talking a little about that and kind of like giving an opportunity to focus the conversation around those kinds of concepts. So that's my project idea. I'm pretty excited about it, and I'm really excited to hear about all of yours.